Hey everyone, CocoaButterCoder here, aka Coco, and welcome to another episode of the Python Challenge. I hope this video finds you well and we can just jump into it. So this is where we left off last time. To get here, sorry if you can hear my laptop, for some reason it's being extra aggressive right now. But to get here, we were at level 3, and it says one small letter surrounded by exactly 3 big bodyguards on each of its sides. So we opened up the source code, and what we see is this big, massive text. It's all letters. So we wrote a regex pattern that found uh, one lowercase letter followed by 3 uppercase letters, one lowercase letter, 3 uppercase letters, and then ending with one lowercase letter. And so when we consolidated all of those central lowercase letters together, they spelled out linked list. So if we go back, if we swap out this equality for linked list, we get redirected to a page that says linked list.php. So then we change it to PHP, and now we're back to where we left off. So let's close this source code so that we can see the new one. The title is Follow the Chain. The comment says, your lib may help. Don't try all nothing since it will never end. 400 times is more than enough. And this image, chainsaw.jpg, is actually contains a link inside. And so if we click on this, we get the next nothing is 44827. So the key here is to see that in our URL, the link has changed from linklist.php to php question mark nothing is or nothing equals 1 2 3 4 5. So we can copy this and replace with the new next nothing, and then it says the next nothing is 45439. Copy this, replace this with the new one, and it says your hands are getting tired, and the next nothing is 94485. So the intention was never to copy and paste. This is the Python challenge, not the copy and paste challenge. So we need to write a script for this. So I already have a file open called level4.py. So it's actually really cool because, as I mentioned before numerous times, still working through Automate the Boring Stuff by Al Swigert. I haven't been able to go as far as I'd like to, uh, like in the recent week or something like that. Just kind of busy with other stuff, but I'm still, chewing my way through. And in chapter 11 is all the web scraping and automation stuff. So we're going to use the request module. And I know this comment says your lib may help, but when I Googled your lib versus request, and you can see I've already Googled it, this Reddit post on r/Python popped out. It says the title is request versus your lib, what problem does it solve? And it says if your lib weren't so ugly, we probably wouldn't have requests. And then it just kind of seems I think it might be. I gotta wait till it loads up. But yeah, this is 3 years ago, but it's saying that it's fugly. Uh, it's just not well designed, or I don't know that it wasn't well designed. Just but there's like not a consensus, but um this thought that it wasn't well designed, or it's just kind of like too difficult um for like new developers to use or stuff like that. So I'm just gonna stick with the request because that's what Al uses and automate the boring stuff, and it works. So we're just gonna do a response equals request dot get, and as you can see, it sends a get request, and it should return like a request object or see a response object. So we're just gonna call it response equals get. We're gonna go back to the beginning. At this 1 2 3 4 5 one. I'm going to copy it, and then inside of quotation marks paste it here. And I think in the book it says that you're supposed to do response dot raise for status, which just kind of like alerts and throws an error if there's a problem with retrieving the web page. And then we're going to just print out the status code just in case to see that everything is working right. So response dot status code. When we run this, we get 200, which is okay. Not like okay, like oh it's fine, but it means okay. And so that's good. So now what I'm going to do is we can print out, instead of the status code, we can print out the text. So when we print out the text for this response, we get the next nothing is 44827. So if we import re as well, we can write a regex pattern to grab that 44827. So we're going to do next nothing regex equals re.compile and then r. And inside we're going to do /d plus, which is just any number more than once, or one or more times, I should say. And then we're going to do match object equals re dot. So like I said before, I use find all just because you never know how many things. Well, that's not always true. Sometimes you're only looking for one thing, and sometimes you're looking for multiple things. Um, I'm going to use search, and we're going to see down the line whether or not that was the right move to make. But we're going to pass in our pattern. So next nothing regex, and then we're going to pass in our text, which is just response text. And then to grab it, you treat, I think it's almost like a list. So if we do like print match object, we get this return of like, the type, and then we get our match. So if we do match at 0, oops, not double 0, just 1, we get our number. Okay, so this is akin to us copying, and now we have to paste it. So I'm just going to change this to base URL equals, and copy all of this out. Put this in quotation marks, and then we're just going to do base URL plus 12245 here, and then we're going to do response equals request dot get base URL plus next nothing. Oh, I guess it should be this match object at 0. And I think that's it. Well, we can run this. Actually, I'm going to print out, because I already know, I've done this already. I already know that is nothing like you can see in the terminal. So we're just going to do match object at 0 here. We're just going to print it out. And then up top, we're just going to change match object at 0 to just next nothing, make it a little bit more readable. And I do this, alt, this, and change both of these to next nothing. Okay. And all of this needs to be in a while loop, right? So we find the next nothing, we paste the next nothing, we go to that site, find the next nothing. So I'm going to put while true. It's crazy because I see a lot of I watch YouTube videos or whatever, programming and stuff, and I see a lot of like, oh, I'll use while true, and you're not supposed to, and then they do it anyway. So maybe someone needs to step up and break the pattern. But I'm just going to use while true for now, and then we're going to run this, see what we get. So we're getting this list of next nothings, and one thing, well, I'll wait till it stops. And it should stop pretty soon if I remember correctly. So okay, one thing I wanted to point out is just that I think it would have been fair to assume that our nothings had a pattern of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 4, 4, 8, 2, 7. They're both 5-digit long, and so was the next one. So, you might be inclined to think that the rejects is too broad. Maybe we should have made it like any number repeating 5 times. But we can see that some of them are only 4 digits long. So this any like this one or more um, was probably the way to go on this one. And so we can paste in this, oops, 1604 because we got an error. It says none type is uh, not subscriptable. Let's see what that's about. So yeah, because there wasn't a number here, it says yes, divide by 2 and keep going. So if we just do Python 3 and then divide by 2, we get 8,022. I'm just going to change this 1,000 or this 12,345 to 8,022. We can run this again. So we start getting a whole new batch of numbers. And just gotta wait this out. One of them is 3 digits, so even more reason for this to be a plus. So we get non-type object is not subscriptable again. Copy this number. And it says you've been misleaded to here. Go to the previous one and check. So we go back and it's just one less. There may be misleading numbers in the text. One example is 82683. Look only for the next nothing, and the next nothing is 63579. So this is what I was talking about before. Um, so whoever made the site put in some red herrings. And the way that we have our reject set up using search, it's only going to find the first number, which is just how search works. It just finds the first hit, and then it continues. And I think it would have been fine to assume that there would only be one number in each one because so far that was the pattern. But it's probably better to use find all, and it will just give you a list of everything. And you could probably change the regex so that instead of looking for numbers, it's looking for uh, the like specifically this section. The next number is 63579. But instead, I just used find all, and then the next nothing, instead of being the first one, it's just whatever the last one was. And so if we run this again, let's see if it fixes our error. There are a lot of numbers to go through, so it's not too long though. It's crazy. Conversationally, I'm okay with silence, but it's kind of weird doing videos and there being silent moments, You kind of feel obligated to provide audio to the visual, even though there's not like a whole lot going on anyway. But we get to list index out of range. So we can copy the 66831, paste it here, and we get peak.html. So we can get rid of this linked list stuff, change it to peak.html, and now we get here. And that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you took something from this. And yeah, my laptop's about to die, so I should go plug that in. But I just wanted to say one thing. Part of the reason I haven't been able to do like the Python or automate the boring stuff as much as I wanted to this past week um, is because or at least starting on Sunday, I've been doing this cipher hunt called Halo Crypt. There are like 1,000 people involved right now. It's ongoing. I think they closed registrations, unfortunately. It would have been really cool to have more people involved, just for the sheer size of it. Like some high schoolers put it together. It is really well done. I've been having a lot of fun, learning a lot of new stuff that I wasn't familiar with before. Um, but yeah, that's been really cool. I talked to one of the mods of the competition, and he said when this is all over, or they said, I don't know if it's he, but they said when this is all over, um, there'll be an archive of all the problems. So, if I finish Python challenge, uh, it depends on if I finish the Python challenge or if I finish code like Cypher Saturdays through the code book, whichever one ends first. I might do a Halo Crypt series just because I've been having a lot of fun. Some of it is not nearly as programming heavy as the Python challenge. It's more like AE27FF, and that there might be some programming, but not entirely. Um, excuse me. But yeah, it's a lot of interesting stuff. Some clever googling and stuff like that. But enough from me. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.